Now we will start with data interpretation. In your PGCET examinations, data interpretation is one of the topics on which questions are asked. And in data interpretation, we have these four subtopics: tabulation, bar graphs, pie charts, and line graphs. This entire section is we have used quantitative aptitude by R.S. Agarwal as a reference for this section. Now let's take tabulation. This section comprises of questions in which data is asked, where data is presented in a tabulatory form, and the candidate is asked to answer questions based on comparative analysis of the data that is given. The following table gives the sales of batteries manufactured by a company over the years. Study the table and answer the questions that follow. You can see the table here. The table shows number of different types of batteries sold by a company over the years. Numbers are in thousands. The years are 92 to 98. And those are the types of batteries: 4Ah, 7Ah, 32Ah, 35Ah, 55Ah, and the total is there. So let's look at the first question. The first question says the total sales of all 7 years is the maximum for which battery? How do you do this? How do you answer this? You answer this by totaling these number of batteries. So 4Ah, what would be the total? For 4Ah, the total would be 4Ah. The total would be 75, 90, 96, 105, 90, 105, and 115. So this total would run to how much? 11 and 15, so 26, 3, 12, 18, 30, 37, 7, 3, so this is 576, that is 4Ah. 7Ah would be 144 plus 126 plus 114 plus 90 plus 75 plus 60 plus 85. 7Ah batteries comes to 694. For 32Ah, let me take straight away the total, and makes it 901. 35Ah, that makes it 601. For 55Ah, that is 799. So what is the question? The question is the total sales of all 7 years is the maximum for which battery? Which battery? 901. And which is that? 32Ah. So what is the answer? The answer is 32Ah. Next question. What is the difference in the number of 35Ah batteries sold in 1993 and 1997? So 35Ah batteries sold in 1993 was 84,000, and what was sold in 1997 was 45,000. So difference would be 39,000. So what is the answer? The answer is D, 39,000. The third question. The percentage of 4Ah batteries sold to the total number of batteries sold was maximum in the year. The percentage of 4Ah batteries sold to the number of batteries sold was maximum in the year. Which year? 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. So let's look at. So first of all, since you don't, there is the option is not there, 92, 93 option is not there, so for you don't look at them, you just look at 94, 95, 96, 97 and 98. So what do we do? 4Ah batteries. So we will we look at it here, we will write it here. In 94, it is 96 by 525. In 95, it is 105 by 510. In 96, it is 90 by 465. And in 97, it is 105 by 495. And 98, it is 115 by 605. So let's look at what those fractions are. 96 divided by 525, that is 18.2%. 105 divided by 510, that is 20%. 90 divided by 465, that would come to 19.3%. 105 divided by 495, that would be 21.12%. 115 divided by 605, that would be 19%. So which is the highest? 1997. So that's the answer. That is D. Battery, there was a continuous decrease in sales from 92 to 97. That is a visual question. 92 to 97, there is an increase. 7H, there is a continuous decrease. 32H, it has gone up and come down. 35H, there is again from 102, it has gone to 105. 108, there's 55H, 108 to 135, and then back to 120. So the answer here is 7H. You can see 144, 126, 114, 90, 75, 60. So that in case of which battery there was a continuous decrease in sales from 92 to 97, the answer is 7H, that is B. Next question is, what was the approximate percentage increase in the sales of 55Ah batteries in 1998 compared to 1992? So what we do, we will see what was the sales in 1992. That was for 55Ah. The sales in 1992 was 108. 1998 it was 145. 145 minus 108 divided by 108. 145 minus 108 divided by 108. And that gives us 34.2%. 34.2%. So approximate is 34%. That is 5D. The answer is 5D. Now let us 4 sections, A, B, C, D of class 9 students. The results of half yearly and annual exams are shown in the table below. Answer the questions based on the table. What does the table show? Table shows number of students, section A, section B, section C, section D. Then result, students who failed in both the exams, these are the numbers. Students who failed in half yearly but passed in the annual exams, these are the numbers. Students who passed in half yearly but failed in annual exams, these are the numbers. Students who passed in both the exams are these numbers. Question is, how many students are there in class 9 in the school? So what do we do? Since we know all these failed in both exams, failed in half yearly, passed in annual, passed in half yearly, failed in annual, passed in both exams, all these are exclusive groups. So what you need to do is you need to add up all these numbers. If you add up all these numbers, you get the number of students that are there in the class. So what are those numbers? Let me add them. 28 plus 23 plus 17 plus 27 plus 14 plus 12 plus 8 plus 13 plus 6 plus 17 plus 9 plus 15 plus 64 plus 55 plus 46 plus 76. So that gives us the answer 430. So that is the answer. The answer is E, 430. Next question. Which section has the minimum failure rate in half yearly examination? Which section has minimum failure rate? What do we do with this? Students who failed in both the exams, students who failed in one of those exams, and students who passed in both the exams. If we add up the number of students in each of these sections, we add up the number of students in each of these sections, you will have 28 plus 14 plus 6 plus 64. So section A has 112 students. Section A has 112 students. Section B has 23 plus 12 plus 17 plus 55. So we have 107 students in section B. B has 17 plus 8 plus 9 plus 46. So that is 80 students in section C. 27 plus 13 plus 15 plus 76. So that is 131 students in section D. Out of these students, how many have passed? 64 have passed everything in B. In A, 55 have passed in all in B. 46 have passed all in C, and 76 have passed all in D. Both exams we have already written down. Students who passed in the annual exams. So this is plus 14, this is plus 12, this is plus 8, this is plus 13. So we have 64 plus 14, 78 divided by 112, 67 by 107, 54 by 80, and 89 by 131. 78 by 112 is 69%. 67 by 107 is 62.6%. 54 by 80 is 67.5%, and 89 by 131 is 67.9%. So the highest is A, that is which section has the maximum success rate in annual examination? That is section A. Why? 64 people have passed both the exams and 14 people have passed the annual exam. Which section has the maximum pass percentage in at least one of the two examinations? At least one of the two examinations means you have to add these three and then divide it by the number of students. So let's see how it works out. Those who have passed in the annual exam is already there. At least what is the question? The question is which section has the maximum pass percentage in at least one of the two examinations. So we will have to add those who have passed in the half yearly examination. So we have to add one more 6 here. We have to add 55 plus 12 plus 17 here. We have to add 46 plus 8 plus 9 here, and 76 plus 13 plus 15 here. So that makes it 78 plus 6, 84 divided by 112, 67 plus 17. So 67, 87 minus 3, so 84 by 107, and 54 plus 9, 63 by 80, 89 plus 15, 99, and 104 by 131. So that's the. So let's see at least one of the examinations. 84 by 112. That makes it 75%. 84 by 107, that makes it 78.5%. 63 divided by 80, that makes it 78.7%, 75%. And the last one, that is 76 plus 13 plus 15, that is 104 divided by 131 total number of students, that makes it 79.3%. So you know here the highest is D. So which section has the maximum pass percentage in at least one of the two examinations, that is D. Okay. Which examination is the most difficult one? That examination which has the least passing percentage. So half yearly examinations, are they more difficult? How many people are failing in half yearly examinations? All put together. What we have to do is add up these things horizontally. If we add them up horizontally, we get 28 plus 23 plus 17 plus 27. So 28 plus 23 plus 17 plus 27. That makes it student failed in both examinations. 14 plus 12 plus 8 plus 13. Students failed in half yearly examinations but passed in annual examinations. Then 6 plus 17 plus 9 plus 15. Student passed in half yearly examinations, failed in annual examinations. And the last one is passed in both the examinations. Half yearly examinations are more difficult. If half yearly examinations are more difficult, what does it mean? It means that the total of these two must be high. Second question. Annual exams are more difficult. For annual exams to be more difficult, what should happen? Those who failed in both the exams and those who failed in annual exams must be high. That means the total of these two must be high. And then third one, both the exams had almost the same difficulty level. That means both the exams, both the numbers have to be same. The two examinations cannot be compared for difficulty level. That's a debatable question. For students of section A and B, the annual examinations seem to be more difficult as compared to the half yearly examinations. Okay, that means what the question there is for students of section A and B, section A and section B. The annual examination seems to be more difficult, means failing in annual examination here and here. 6 plus 28, 17 plus 23. Seems to be more difficult as compared to half yearly examinations. All this has to be done in percentages. So what do we do? Percentage of all these with respect to the totals. And then we will come to a conclusion as to which is the most difficult level. Half-yearly examinations were more difficult. Half-yearly examinations, how many people have failed? These people 28 plus 23 plus 17 plus 27. So this is 40 plus 67 plus 28. 95 people have failed. Half-yearly examinations, student failed in both exams. Student failed in half-yearly exam but passed in annual exam. So this is 14 plus 12 plus 8 plus 13. So this is 20 plus 34 and 13 makes it 47. So half-yearly examinations, those who failed in half-yearly examinations are 95 plus 47. So that makes it 142 people out of 430 people. Now if 142 out of 430 people have failed, that means the other people have passed. So that means this is false. Annual examinations were more difficult. How many people failed in annual examinations? 6, 17, 9, 15. And of course this is 95. So this is 6 plus 17 plus 9 plus 15. That makes it 47 people. 47 and 95 people have failed in annual examinations. So same again, 95 plus 47 have failed in annual examinations. That is 142 people have failed in annual examinations also. So annual examinations were not more difficult. Half yearly also same people have failed. Annual examinations are also same people have failed. So that is a false. Both examinations had almost same difficulty level. Yes, because both of them in both the exams 142 people only failed out of 430 people. So this is true. That is the trick in running a competitive examination. Once you get the correct answer, next questions need not be answered. Let's go to the next one. This section comprises of questions where data is collected and presented in terms of bar graph, in terms of bars. And these parameters, when they are plotted against two axes, one is the horizontal axis and the other is the vertical axis, the student or the candidate is required to answer. Looking at the bar graph, he is supposed to answer the question. So let's look at the first question. Now here we have a bar graph. The bar graph provided below gives the sales of books in thousands from 6 branches of a publishing company during 2 years, that is 2000 and 2001. You can see this is the bar graph that is given. These are branches, branch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches are there, and this is 2000, this is 2001, 2000, 2001, like that. And then these are 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, 120,000 are the number of books. Total sales of branch B1, B3, B5 together for both years in thousands of numbers is. What is the question? Question is, first question, total sales of B1, B3, B5 together for both the years is. So what we are supposed to do? B1, B3, B5, we have to take these numbers, add them up. So just looking at the graph, B1, 80 and 105. This is B1. B3 is 95, 110. Now B5. P5 is 5, so 75 and 95. Okay. The line here is at 100 and 120. So you have to, if I make half of it, 110 would be somewhere here. So 115 would be here, 105 would be here. So that's why this is 105. You have to observe it very keenly, because just based on this bar you are supposed to make a judgment. In B3 also you find 80 to 100 is 20 points. Out of that, half will be somewhere here at 90. So this is 95. And here it is 100, 110, exactly half. So that's how you have to guesstimate the numbers. Now what we do? We just add this 185, 205, and then this is 170. We add these numbers, 185 plus 205 plus 170. The answer is 560. Where is 560? That is this, D. So total sales of branches B1, B3, B5 together for both the years is D. Next question. Branch B3 for both the years. So what do we do? We know what is the total sales of branch B3. We already know 205. We have already calculated. So what we need to do? B6 we have to find out. B6 is 70 and 80. So B6 is 70 in 2000, 80 in 2001. So 150. So question. Total sales of B6 for both the years is what percentage of total sales of branch B3 for both the years? The question is, what is 150 divided by 205 into 100, of course, to find out the percentage. So we find out the percentage. 150 divided by 205, that is 73.17%. 73.17%. So answer is here. Let's see. 73.17%. Sale of all branches in the year 2000. All branches in the year 2000. So what we do? We already have, this is 2000. This is 2001. B1, B3, B5, B6 is already there. All we need to get data is for B2 and B4. So I will write here B2 and here I will write B4. What are the sales? 7675. So 75, 65. 75 and 95. So that we get a total here 7140, 170. Okay. What is the average sale of all branches for the year 2000? For the year 2000, 75, 75, 80, 95, 75, 70. We add up all this and then divide it by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because there are 6 branches. So what is the addition? 75 plus 75 plus 80 plus 95 plus 75 plus 70. So I have 470 divided by 6 because there are 6 readings. So that makes it 78. So 78 is here. Average sale of all branches. What is the ratio of the total sales of branch B2 for both years to the total sales of branch B4 for both years? So what is B2 is 140, B4 is 170. So 140 is to 170. This is the ratio that we have been asked to find out. B2 and B4, 140 by 170. It is an approximate ratio. It can't be a complete ratio because because it is not. It's what, 10 times 14 by 17. So you have 7 2 times and then 7 2.4 times or something like that. 2 is to 2.4. So or approximately 4 is to 5. So that is the ratio of total sales of branch B2. The answer is C. So 2.2 2 is to 2.4 is approximated as 2 is to 2.5 and therefore it is 4. You double this into 2, this you double, so it will be 4 is to 4.8. 4.8 is nothing but 4.85, this is something 4.9. So that will be something like 4 is to 5. Last question, what percentage of average sales of branch B1, B2, B3 in 2001 is the average sales of branches B1, B3 and B6 in 2000? Average sales of branches B1, B2, B3 in 2001. B1 in 2001. So B1, B2 and B3. So this is 65, 105 and 110. That's the total sales, and 280 divided by 3, that is the average. Divided by 3, so that is 93.33. That is the average. Average sales of branches B1, B2, B3 in 2001 and average sales of B3, B1, B3 and B6 in 2000. So B1, B3 and B6 in 2000. So that is 95, 80, 95 and 70. So 80 plus 95 plus 70. So that makes it 245, and average is 245 by 3. $81.66. What percent of the average sales of B1, B2, B3 in 2001 is the average sales of B1, B3 and B6 in 2000? So what we do? We will take 81.66 divided by 93.33. That is 81.66 divided by 93.33. That gives us 87.49%. And 87.49% is nothing but 87.5%. So answer is here, 87.5%.